Dr. Loosedgear, a brilliant chemist, is showing his latest breakthrough to the scientific community. He claims to be holding the world's strongest acid in a glass jar. This acid is so strong it can destroy anything. He then proceeds to pour the acid over various items. However, one scientist isn't convinced. Why? This is what we call acid test for your brain. You should be able to solve this as fast as that acid dissolved each object. Despite Dr. Loosedgear's claims, the acid can't destroy everything. If that was the case, it would have destroyed the glass jar as well. Riddle me this from expert solver John Frederick Greiner. A cowardly king wanted to sentence his powerful advisor to death, but he was afraid of a revolt, so he set a trap. The advisor had to pick one of two papers. One had the drawing of a crown and allowed the advisor to become prime minister, while the other had the drawing of a skull and led to his execution. The advisor knew his king well enough to meet with a spy the night before.
"The game is rigged. Your death is written on both papers,"
the spy warned. How could the advisor save his own neck? The game is rigged, or is it afoot? How would you save yourself? It seems kings are awfully murdery in this show. What could the advisor do? He just has to pick a random paper and accidentally burn it. "Oh, no! Sorry, sire. This was my choice, but I seem to have destroyed it in my haste." Now the king is trapped. He has to read the remaining paper and enforce the opposite judgment. Riddle me this. The Grand Overbook Hotel is quite special. It offers an infinite number of rooms, and it hosts an infinite number of guests forever and ever and ever. One of the guests, Jack, seems desperate to get away from his family because he's afraid he might kill them. Since there are an infinite number of rooms, there should be an empty room for him. But Mr. Gravy, the receptionist, doesn't know which one. Mr. Gravy can make one announcement, and only one, to all of his guests. What should he say to make room for Jack before anything goes awry? Wouldn't you like to know? Post your guesses in the comments section below, and we'll answer in the next episode of Riddle Me This. House picking. A secret wizard school sorts their students into two houses, Huffleclaw and Slithendor. Students are able to choose their house if and only if they can prove that they're smarter than their teachers by passing the following test. 10 students are lined up. Each student can see the ones in front of them, but not the ones behind. They also can't see the color of their own hat. Huffleclaw hats are blue and yellow, and Slithendor hats are red and silver. Teachers, being nice, allow them to talk among themselves for 5 minutes to come up with a plan. They will grant the students' wishes if 9 out of 10 can guess which hat they have on their head, starting from the student at the back of the line. However, they can't say anything else but Huffleclaw or Slithendor. What kind of plan should the students come up with? The first student is key because they are the only one who can see all of the hats in front of them. So they are the only one that can sacrifice their own guess to signal all the other students. They need to make sure the others know which color adds up to an odd number of hats. Each student will then be able to work out the color of their own hat by counting out how many there are in front of them. Take this example. The first student says Slytherin. That means they see an odd number of Slytherin hats in front of them. If the next person still sees an odd number of Slytherin, it can't be their own. If they see an even number of Slytherin, then it's their own color. And by saying it, they are signaling the others that now they should be looking for an even number of Slytherins. And so on until every student has guessed what hat they are all wearing. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? Riddle me this. You are under arrest. Unless you want to bribe me. Click on that subscribe button and we'll call it square. Yes, I know it's round.